Hi guys and welcome to today's video. So today I'm starting my new beginner series which has been super requested. I'm actually in the stable with Caramel right now. Hey, did you hear your name? Excuse me. So today we're going to be talking about how to start getting into riding and what to expect during your first riding lesson. So I'm just quickly pausing this here because I have yet another giveaway for you guys. I'm going to try and make these a weekly thing during lockdown. So watch till the end if you want to find out how you can have a chance of winning a base layer and set of leggings from Horsegloss. All will be revealed at the end. So for those of you that don't know, I actually started riding because I was very lucky and was born into a family of riders already. So my mum is a rider and she has been my instructor my entire life. So my mum actually taught me to ride on my own pony. But I have worked in riding schools. I basically spent my childhood in riding schools. I used to have riding lessons myself. So that is sort of the angle we're going to take with this. Firstly, definitely think about it. Definitely consider if it is something that you definitely want to do, and also think about how you're going to fund it, if your parents are paying for you, if you're going to save up money, if Caramel's going to not eat that, thank you, because it is very expensive. So firstly, just to answer the big question of how do I even start horse riding, how do I get into it, my main answer would be go to your local riding school, check out how many riding schools are near you and compare prices, compare reviews, compare everything like that. So that is the best place to start. I personally would just ring them up and say, I've never ridden before, I'm looking to start riding, can I arrange a lesson? So that is the best way. You can either ring them up or you can go in and do it face to face, whatever you find easiest. So they will ask you a few questions. They'll ask you, have you ever been on a horse before? Have you ever been around horses before? Sort of what level are we starting at here? And it's very, very important that you are completely honest with them, because I have had people turn up for lessons before that have told me, oh yeah, I've been around horses before, I'm fine, and get there and are scared to touch a horse, which is fine. If you are, that's absolutely fine if you've never been around them, but warn the person before. They will also ask you your height and your weight, maybe your age, just because they need to select the right horse for you. So if you are 3 foot tall, you don't want to be on a 17-hander. If you're quite tall, 5'8", you don't want to be on a 12-hand pony. That's just so that they can select the correct horse for you, and also depending on if you can ride or if you've ridden before or if you're a complete novice, they will select the right horse with the right temperament, which is very important. So to begin with, you're probably going to have a one-on-one, which means it's just you and an instructor, and it'll probably be a half-an-hour lesson. Now this can range in price dramatically depending on where you live, how many riding schools in your area, what they offer and things like that. I try and look for a riding school that has a pony club, because that means that when you progress you can join pony club, which is a fantastic way to learn about the husbandry of horses as well as to improve your riding. I myself was a member of pony club for many, many years growing up. I used to go every Friday and I made some of the best friends at pony club as well. And another thing to ask at your riding school when you've been there a little while is if they do work for lessons. So I know on a Saturday, if you're a part of pony club, you could go and you would lead and muck out and sort of do jobs, and then you got a free lesson at the end of it, which is a really good way if you kind of can't afford that many lessons. So anyway, back to preparing for your first lesson. The number one question I get asked, and the thing that a lot of people forgot to ask when they were booking lessons, was, what do I wear? So don't worry at this stage, especially if it's the first time you're riding, don't go out and buy all the kit. You don't need to turn up in your first day with a body protector, a hat, sort of riding boots, a crop, jodhpurs, a specific top. Like, it doesn't matter what you wear initially. I would recommend, for safety wise, wearing a pair of gloves. They don't have to be horse riding gloves, they can literally be gloves, just like thin ones. Some boots of some variety. Now, most people used to turn up in wellies if it was their first time. You can wear trainers provided the grips aren't like crazy on them. but obviously jod boots are the best thing to wear if you have them, or riding boots, but don't worry if you do not. So we're going to work from the bottom up. So in terms of trousers and things, I definitely would not recommend wearing jeans or anything sort of that's going to restrict you. I'd wear leggings. So literally a pair of Primark leggings will be absolutely fine for you to ride in. Don't wear anything that you're worried about getting muddy or dirty, because horses are dusty, like this one here, and they're hairy, and you'll end up getting that on your clothes. So don't go in your best designer gear, because it will probably be ruined. As for a top, I'd say one, take layers, especially if it's going to be cold. Like a t-shirt, then maybe a light zip-up jacket, then maybe a coat, because even in summer, some riding schools can be really cold, especially if it's like windy or anything like that. Just take lots of layers with you, just, you know, so that you can take them off so that you are comfortable. And it doesn't matter like what you're wearing. Try not to wear like really bright colours or anything like crazy, because obviously you're around horses. They are a spooky animal, and you don't want to be wearing anything like super crazy, and nothing that's like going to flap in the wind or anything. And then in terms of your hat, so obviously you're going to need to ride in a hat, but your local riding school should provide you with one of those. You don't have to go out and buy your own, because at the end of the day you might get on a horse and decide you don't want to do it anymore, or that you don't like it, it's not for you. I'd definitely wait until you're into regular lessons before you start, you know, spending money on big items such as hats and riding boots and things like that, because they are expensive, and they're going to be like at least the cost of a lesson. So you might as well be sure that you're going to enjoy it and you're going to stick it out before you make those big purchases. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Come on, move. And also ask your riding school. So one thing that a lot of people don't do enough is just ask their riding school. When you ring them up, just say, oh, what should I wear? The people at the end of the phone are not scary. They're people like me, or they used to be people like me, who would literally just be like, you know, just wear something that you don't mind getting dirty, stick some wellies or some trainers or something on. They might have like specific things that they ask you to bring. So, you know, check with your riding school. So in terms of what preparations you can make, I'd say just try and familiarise yourself with certain things. So for example, at home, you can practice how to hold a rein. So a lot of people will come to their first lesson, they'll grab a rein and they'll do this. And that's not how we hold reins. So I'm going to show you now quickly how to hold a rein. So what most people will do is grab the rein and either put their thumb on top or make a fist, and this is actually not how we hold reins. So you want to take your hand and then take your middle three fingers and wrap them around the rein so that your thumb and little finger are actually sticking out. So you want to start by doing that, and then you close your little finger around and press your thumb down, because then you want a solid contact. And this is actually how you hold a rein. You can practice this at home, even if you use something like a tie or the thing you use to secure your dressing gown around you, or a ribbon. You can literally practice this with anything really. So you can literally practice that at home. You know, it's just something that when you get there, your instructor will be impressed that you know how to hold a rein, and that you've actually put a bit of thought into, you know, just turning up for your first riding lesson. Things like how to get on a horse. So we always lead from the left, we get on from the left. Just little things like that that will be handy if you already know them. Do not worry. Hello, what do you want? Do not worry if you don't know things like how to tack up a horse, how you actually ride a horse. They are all things you will learn. You don't need to learn how to tack up. They will probably have already done that for you, and they might even show you when you go for some lessons later on. Okay, so now what to expect on your first lesson. So when you get there, they'll probably be like, yeah, we'll just go grab the horse, you know, meet you in the arena kind of thing. And then they'll show you how to get on. They'll just put you on a mounting block, say pop your foot in the stirrup and swing on. And you'll probably just start by just getting on the horse. Caramel, I don't know why you decide your bum has to stay there. It does not. Come on. So once you're on, it will probably just be literally walking in your first lesson, learning how to make the horse go, so by kicking on and squeezing, learning how to stop the horse by sort of sitting back deep, pulling on the reins, and learning to turn the horse. So again, using your leg and your reins to manoeuvre where the horse goes and direction. You might start having a go at trot. You'll probably be on a lead rein, so there will be a lead rope attached to the horse and someone kind of like walking around with you. You might learn to trot. With trot, normally you just drop your reins, hold onto the saddle, and you'll just learn to go up and down, and that's it. Do not expect to come out of your first lesson being able to walk, trot and canter. You'll probably just be walking and navigating the horse around. You might go around some cones or something like that. That's normally what we did when we had first timers at my riding school. But each instructor will be different. You'll have a specific instructor. So your riding school will probably have quite a few instructors and you'll be given one. And you'll also be given a specific horse that you ride. Now this horse might be different every single time you go. Some places you'll ride lots of different horses, like a different one each lesson. Some places they'll stick you on one horse and they kind of have one horse for beginner, and then you kind of work your way up different horses as you progress. Some places you could be riding lots of different ones, like a different one each lesson. It really does depend on the place in particular. So hopefully that's answered some questions on how to get into horse riding, what to expect for your first lesson, and how to prepare. I hope this has helped. If you do have any questions, stick them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. Or you can drop me a DM on my Instagram, which is @Lilpetchannel. So on to the exciting part, and that is details of the giveaway. So you guys might remember I've worked with Horse Gloss before. I did a haul for them and I tried out their products and I absolutely loved them. The quality is amazing. So all you have to do to be within a chance of winning is to head over to my Instagram and comment on the giveaway post. So you also need to be following myself and Horse Gloss on Instagram. All the details are on the post. So to increase your chances of winning, you can also share that post to your story, tagging myself and Horse Gloss. And you can also tag a friend in the comments of the post as well so that they can enter. So I would just like to say a massive thank you to Horse Gloss for collaborating with me on this and giving this away to one of my viewers. I really appreciate it, and good luck guys. The winner will be announced on Wednesday the 29th of April at 1 PM, which is UK time. And I will see you all tomorrow at 12 for another video. Bye guys.